Republican Oklahoma Senator James Lankford, a member of the Energy and Natural Resources Committee. Senator, thank you for being here. I hate to laugh at something that's so serious, but it's laughable. I mean, do you understand what's going on with this Venezuelan deal?
No, no one understands what's going on. Literally, the administration is saying we can't actually produce our own oil. He's still blocked off all of our leases offshore and onshore. And he's saying, let's go to Venezuela and be able to get oil. All that I can think that this would come from is this administration is very focused on their climate policy to say we've hit our certain climate goals. They know we need oil to be able to function. So to meet their quote unquote goals, we'll just go get it from other places and bring it in. And so we can pretend that we're actually reducing our outputs here. That's ridiculous. It's actually empowering dictators, and it's impoverishing what we're actually doing here. There's a lot of jobs that come with oil production,
yes,
so it's literally taking jobs away from people.
Well, and meanwhile, I mean, I happen to know a lot about Venezuela. I covered the region for 12 years. PDVSA is one of the dirtiest oil companies in the world. It's filthy. They have created horrible pollution in formerly pristine areas. Plus, their oil burns much dirtier than our oil, say, for example, from the Gulf of Mexico, which is one of the most clean burning oils around. So ecologically, it makes no sense. On the other point at which it makes no sense, they used to produce 3.5 million barrels a day. That's how efficient their oil company was. Now they produce about 600,000 barrels a day because they have all these cronies in there instead of engineers who know what they're doing. So even if we were to get a deal with them, they don't have the extra oil to export to us.
They don't have the capacity for it. So what's happening right now is the Biden administration is blocking us producing our own oil. We need to increase that capacity for producer, but also the refining. This is really important as well. It's not just how dirty an oil is at the beginning, it's how you actually handle the refining process on that as well. Whereas the continual offshoring of our refining. So even at the end of the day, if we're producing all of our own oil, we don't have all of our own refining capacity. We're still dependent on outside. If you can't produce your own fuel and your own food, your nation is always exposed to danger and risk. We've got to make sure we're energy independent, and that is not making sure we're connected to Venezuela for our basic needs.
Now, of course, the Republicans haven't yet, we still don't know what the final count is, but we know that no matter what happens down in Georgia, you guys are not going to have the majority in the Senate. At best, it'll be another 50-50 tie. But the Republicans are in the majority in the House. They can have hearings. Is this something on which you would hope to see really fulsome hearings? Because, as you mentioned, there are U.S. jobs at stake. There's the possibility of finding more oil here that's being lost in the midst of all this. Do we need hearings specifically on this subject?
We do. We need a lot of hearings in this area. And it's not just hearings to be able to go after people randomly. It's to go after facts and details to be able to discover what does it mean when we actually cut off all of the production. What is 24% of American oil production off of federal lands? If we lose that, what does that really mean to price? What does that really mean to the future? It's not just the now. It's what happens in the next 5 to 10 years for all of those fields as well. Does this cause continual damage? So that's extremely important we do that. And by the way, Georgia is important in this on the Senate because the committees are either going to be equally divided or there'll be one more Democrat than Republicans on it. So that Georgia race is extremely important to be able to keep the balance in the Senate at 50-50 to make sure every committee is 50-50 to be able to deal with this the best way possible.
That's a great point. By the way, we are about 2 million barrels a day short of where we should be now. If you go back to December 2019, we were producing about 13 million barrels a day. We're about 1 million barrels per day off of that. There was a McKinsey report that came out a couple of months ago showing that we could produce 2 million barrels per day more than what we're producing just from the Gulf alone. And again, the Gulf burns that clean oil. Why not bring up that with the administration and say, look, here's a perfect way to get cleaner oil, to fill up our reserves, et cetera?
Yeah, there's two easy ways to be able to do this, offshore in the Gulf or in Alaska, and the administration is completely focused on blocking both of those. They're doing everything they can to be able to block Alaskan oil production on that. They have large supplies that are there that are proven reserves. Alaskans are ready to be able to ship that out to the rest of the country, but the administration is blocking that in every way they can. It's very expensive to drill in the Gulf, but with the price per barrel right now, it makes good economic sense. There's also a lot of area that's federal lands, whether it be in New Mexico or whether it be in North Dakota and Montana and other places where there's a lot of proven reserves there we can go after, but the administration's blocking it.
It makes absolutely no sense. I do hope we have a lot of hearings on this. Senator Lankford, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.